Alright, everybody. time to do another random crystal run. I am really hoping I don't get another first stage, because, I mean, Spinnerack was interesting to plan, but I kind of hope to do something a little bit better today. And, I did make some changes from the last stream. How did Spinnerack go? It was slow. The early game was rough. But it felt nice to finish the run, though. It was quite good. It was interesting. It still got last place, though. Hey, I made a couple of changes. I did delete all the Pokemon Ranger tracks from the music pool just because they were so quiet compared to the other tracks, so I just deleted them, sadly. Wished I could have kept them in, but they were just too quiet. And another thing I did... oh yeah, from now on, during the random streams, if there is going to be another random solo run stream that week, like for example, I have one tomorrow. So for today, I actually have a super chat goal. If anyone puts in a $5 minimum super chat before the goal ends, for the next stream, instead of it being random, you can tell me what I have to play. Depending on how often people donate to it, I may make it higher or lower, but we'll see. Part of me thinks I should have made it a little higher, just because, for all I know, we could be doing, like, X and Y, and you might give me, like, Diglett or something. But, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think I'll make the price depending on the game. Like, I think if this was Gen 5, I would probably make it a little higher. But, yeah, if you want me to play a crystal Pokemon that you want, then there you go. But, for now, let's figure out what we're actually playing. Alright, 2 regions, 1 Pokemon. Please don't be another first stage, but knowing my luck, I jinxed it. If I do get Unknown, I would still play it, honestly. I know what hidden power to go with, but we'll cross that road when we get there. Houndour. It's a first stage, but at least it's not a bug. But I remember Steve said that Houndour isn't really that good, but... Let's see. Starts with Ember and Leer, and then we get Bite at level 20, which is really nice. Early Flamethrower is really good. Flamethrower and Crunch is really good damage. But what's our stats like? 80 special attack, 65 speed. We are in the slow level up group though, but at least we get good moves. What are we good for TM coverage? Interesting, we got Shadow Ball though. Sludge Bomb. I don't know, Dominic. A lot of Pokemon in Gen 2 seem to get Reversal as an egg move. It's really weird. Raichu gets Reversal as an egg move. Alright, and it does get Solar Beam if we want to go Sunny Day strat. Oh yeah, and Mud Slap too. I get the feeling we might save Mud Slap for Red, because using Mud Slap on Red's Pikachu to try and gain more setup is definitely a strategy, but our defenses are not good. So, I guess I'll prepare my notes. Hopefully this will be quicker than last time. Yeah, I know Steve played Houndour. He said Houndour wasn't really the best. Everyone gets Mud Slap except Gligar. Fun fact, the first game Gligar gets Mud Slap is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because in that game, there is a Mud Slap TM. And then Scarlet and Violet also had a Mud Slap TM, and it finally got that move. Like Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon, it could not learn that move. You did the Cursed Roar strat. Oh, right, to send out the Venusaur. That is actually a great idea, because I'm pretty sure Red would send out Blastoise. Like, with how annoying Gen 2 was to Gligar, it wouldn't surprise me that Magikarp got Mud Slap. I mean, Magikarp gets no TM moves, so... yeah. Houndour line is meant for being a physical attacker. You sure about that? It has more special attack. And its stab moves, I guess in later games, because I know in later games, Bite, Feint Attack, and Crunch are physical moves. But in Gen 2, it'll be just fine. It can also set up on Espeon. It's never going to use Mud Slap. Yeah, it would probably use Swift, because even if Mud Slap is super effective, it'll just go for Swift, just because Swift has higher power. I would effectively have to be quad weak to Ground, and be immune to Psychic. I don't even think such a Pokemon exists in this game. Or Gyarados gets Incinerate. Yeah, and actually, doesn't it get Fire Blast? I think it does. Okay, honestly, the first few gyms I don't really think I have to worry about. Faulkner, he'll be fine. It's debatable whether I should do Bellsprout Tower for training, because all those Bellsprouts will be one-shots, but we'll figure that out later. Bugsy, I don't even think I need to worry about him. Whitney, though, on the other hand, could be an issue. Like, I'm thinking the proper strat is just go in with Headbutt. I mean, we have 65 speed. I'm pretty sure we will be able to outspeed the Miltank. I just need to make sure to go get the Charcoal, too, because who knows? We're a first stage. We might need the extra firepower. Tyranitar's the only one. Yeah, that's... Actually, yeah, it's weak to Mud Slap, resists Swift, and is... Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're probably right. It would have to be a Rock Dark type. Because Dark is the only thing immune to Psychic. I mean, it could be a Ghost Dark type. But yeah, no, Ghost Dark types weren't a thing till Gen 3. I want to see Metagross in Gen 2. I think we played that already as a backport. Here, I'll check it for you. I know we did Metagross. Yeah, right here, Metagross. Yeah, check the Crystal Backboard playlist. Ember and Bite should be better than... You're right. I forgot Bite flinches. Okay, yep. Never mind. Yeah, Bite's the better strat. Morty, not even worth worrying about. Chuck, though. Chuck might be actually kind of difficult. Do you guys think... Like, I know this is kind of a bad strat for a lot of Pokemon. Would it be worth delaying Chuck until after Price and Jasmine? Because I know Scott did that with a few Pokemon, but the downside is you have to go without Fly for so long. You have to do a lot more walking. But I honestly think I kind of have to. Yeah, I agree with you, Axu. But then eventually, once we delay Chuck, what are we going to do? I mean, we'll look at the XP router in just a sec, but let's think of an idea. Honestly, I think just get to a high enough level to where we can Flamethrower one-shot the Primeape. And then honestly, for Poliwrath, we may want to actually consider Headbutt. Just Headbutt the Poliwrath, be a decently high level by delaying. Weak to Chuck is always a bad feeling. Yep. Or, there is hidden power options. I know, I don't remember if Scott did this with Tyranitar or someone else did. I think Scott went with Hidden Power Flying for Tyranitar, just so he wouldn't have to delay Chuck. But I don't think that's a good idea, though. Like, I think this thing would benefit so much better from Hidden Power Ice. Heck, Bruno Tuno might be a problem. Usually Bruno is not as hard as Chuck, just because Poliwrath is generally a better Pokemon than, like, the Hitmons. Plus, we're not as high of a level. Yeah. Protect. The problem, Protect is in the Celadon department store, so we cannot purchase that till the post-game. Alright, and then Claire will need to use Hidden Power Ice with the Nevermelt Ice. We'll check ranges later. I'm just thinking of generic ideas. And I think in the league, our moveset should be Flamethrower, Crunch, Hidden Power Ice, and... there's really no point in Shadow Ball. Ghost and Dark hit the same types for super effective damage. The only difference is that they're resisted by different types. I don't think Sludge Bomb would be useful at all. But honestly, does this Pokemon need Return? Well, it actually does, yeah. Yeah, we'll have Return as our fourth move. Honestly, I think the only person in the league we really need to worry about is just Bruno. But hopefully we're at a decently high enough level to where Flamethrower with Charcoal will do good enough damage. I at least want to make sure we one-shot the Hitmons and two-shot the Machamp. Would Frustration be better? Dominic, you're literally being a troll. I'm going to ignore that. We might have to Blackout Grind until the Hiker misses a Cross Chop. Yeah, we'll look at the ranges for Bruno. Alright, Karen, not worrying about that. Lance, Hidden Power Ice. Alright, Kanto section. Erica, Sabrina, Surge. Brock is easy with Hidden Power Ice. Blaine, Crunch, Janine, Flamethrower. We'll definitely need to save Misty for last, for sure. Yeah, some gal, I would just ignore Dominic sometimes. He admits constantly to being a troll. So when he asks something that I know is clearly stupid, I just ignore it. Yeah, and then we'll definitely need to look at red. So yeah, curse, rest. Let's see. Curse, rest, return, and roar. Yeah, that's going to be a great idea. I know with... I've basically saw this with Scott. Like, for fire types especially, roar, if you are able to learn it, is very, very good. Because, here's the thing with red. He will send out Blastoise second. I know this for a fact. He will not send out a Psychic Espeon against a Houndour. So he will send out Blastoise. So the proper strat is going to be roar on the Pikachu until he sends out Venusaur. And do that Curse Protect strat in order to get our attack up to +6. And then, actually, what are we going to do, though, once the Blastoise comes out, though? I guess we'll have to look at ranges and see if we can survive a move. Yeah, Venusaur has Sunny Day. Wait a minute. It would... I think... Actually... Hey, Axu, do you know if the AI would, like, refuse to use Sunny Day if it's facing a fire type? Like, will the Venusaur use Sunny Day? I know you played Houndour, so do you know this? It's never going to use Sunny Day? Okay, that's good to know. Toxic could be useful? No. Toxic is never useful. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned with, like... Honestly, besides Blastoise, do we struggle with anyone else on that team? I think it's literally just Blastoise. That's why with all the Rain Dancers, never use Rain Dance if you're a water type. That is true, yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to look at the ranges. Oh, another thing. This may look like the XP router, but it's actually a different version of the XP router than what Scott and everyone else uses. MVF, Steve's overlay coder, he made a special version of the XP router that works with the non-deprecated version of the crystal mappers in Pokebite. So, because remember yesterday I couldn't record a route? That's why. So this one will record with it, so that'll be nice. Toxic's useful and competitive. Yeah. I think for... Honestly, I remember Zealous Pawn used Toxic with Magnemite, which it was just a horrible idea. I will say, though, in the past, when I originally made my red and blue Magneton video, like 2 years ago almost, I did use Toxic, and I really regret that. Alright, Houndour. We'll set a preset route, and we're going Hidden Power Ice. Create route. Alright, so I think the first damage ranges we wanted to look at was Chuck. Alright, so I'm gonna have to give myself some moves really quick. Alright, I'm gonna need to quickly give myself Headbutt. Yeah, Headbutt and Flamethrower. Alright, let's see what Chuck looks like at 35. And remember, this is Whitney as well. Yeah, I guess we'll look at Whitney. I don't know about Whitney, though. My plan was just to spam Bite and hope for flinches. She could miss Rollout, but I guess it's good to see. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So level 35, 87 to 103%. But at the Poliwrath, it's a 4-shot. I mean, Dynamic Punch is instantly going to kill us. Flamethrower? We get Flamethrower at level 35. Headbutt does the same as Flamethrower? Oh, you're right. It does the exact same damage. Hey, Axu, against this Pokemon, do you know if Poliwrath is only ever going to spam Dynamic Punch? Or will he use Hypnosis or Mind Reader too? Like, looking at these ranges, I can guarantee he's never going to use Surf. But what I'm asking is, will he use the other moves? I think he should, right? He'll only use Dynamic Punch. Oh, yeah, 35 is way too low, because I can't... I mean, that's barely any better for a 3-shot. I think we need a higher level than that. Let's look at... Dude, flamethrower does better damage. But yeah, if we enter this fight at 38, it's an unreasonable range to 3-shot with headbutt, and we're gonna need flinches and misses. Honestly, I think level 38 is just gonna have to be the best bet. I mean, I really hate that though, but then again, we could get a headbutt flinch or dynamic miss. So yeah, honestly, I think 38 is going to be the minimum just because 35 makes it a 4-hit, but 38 gives it a small chance of a 3-hit. But honestly, is that really worth the 3 levels? I don't think so. I think just after I beat Jasmine and Price, whatever level I'm at, I think I just got to spam headbutt and hope for the best. Okay, let's take a look at Whitney. Interesting, I don't have Bite on the moveset yet. What level does this thing learn Bite again? 20. Dude, how reasonable is level 20 in the slow level up group for Whitney? How reasonable is that? I don't think it'd be too bad. Let's see. Bite with 3-shot, but Ember. I'm gonna actually equip a charcoal for this fight, see if it makes any sort of difference. Okay, so yeah, charcoal does not improve our ranges at all. Yeah, Bite 3-shot, Bite 4-shot, and we underspeed it. But it looks like we will outspeed it starting at 25. Yeah, we're never going to outspeed that thing. Because I don't think we're going to get level 25. But then again, something I worry about, if we're not able to at least speed type, oh, Quick Claw, it is. You're right, Quick Claw. Yeah, honestly, I like the range at 22 to 20. I think 23. Yeah, I think 23 is going to have to be the bare minimum for Whitney with Quick Claw. Yeah. That'll be the first level range. Whitney, 23. And then we'll have to save Chuck for the 7th gym. So I think for Chuck, minimum, I don't know. There really isn't a minimum level for Chuck. I guess we should be a level to where Flamethrower one-shots. Which is 37. Let's see, 37 to 38 brings the 3-hit from... Oh no, it brings the 3-hit with Headbutt from a 16 to an 18. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay, yeah, so for Chuck, I need a minimum of 37. Roll out 2 shots you within 2 hits. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get lucky. Like, hope for a miss, maybe a Quick Claw flinch, maybe a crit. Because then again, having to train to 25 to outspeed the Miltank. If we were in the medium slow group, I'd say we go for it. But in the slow group, it's just not efficient at all. Like, in that amount of time, we could get 10 resets. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Let's see, Whitney, 23 plus Quick Claw. Morty, not worth worrying about. Jasmine Price, no. Claire, we need to take a look at Claire. Oh, our vitamin of the day. I think our vitamin is obviously going to be calcium, I think. Unless speed ends up being an issue, and I may buy some Carbos. But I think for now, I'm going to get some... Alright, calcium. 5 calcium. Go ahead and use those. I don't think speed's going to be a problem. I don't think so either, but just in case. Alright, tutor move. Alright, 2 tutor move. 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 Oh, I guess let me equip the... Actually, don't equip Never Melt. One shot, one shot, one shot. Let me go ahead and teach... Alright, Return, Flamethrower, Hidden Power, Ice, and Crunch. Okay, so... Alright, if Crunch will two-shot once we eventually get it at level 45. 45, isn't it? 43. Okay, yeah, so we will get it. So one shot, one shot, one shot, two-shot. So for Claire, we won't need hidden with the Never Melt Ice. Alright, Will's gonna be an absolute joke. Koga, joke. Alright, Hiker. We need to take a look at the Hiker. Hiker Bruno. Let's see, level 51 at 2 shots, but then Dig does quite a decent bit of damage. 74 to 87%. I wonder if I can be a higher level than that. It looks like at level 55 is when it'll get the chance. There are black glasses. I know there are. I don't remember where the black glasses are. But it probably wouldn't... Yeah, Stab, Flamethrower, Charcoal would be better. Oh, I'm still holding the Never Melt Ice. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hold the Charcoal for this fight. That really does not improve anything, but... Let's see, if I can get to a higher level... Alright, so at level 58, Return is a 97% one-shot. Flamethrower will two-shot the Hitmontop. Dig won't do too much. Flamethrower has a 70% chance to one-shot the Hitmonchan, but it will go for Mach Punch, which is going to do okay damage. Hidden Power Ice. But yeah, Cross Chop is just a guaranteed kill. This might be the fight where we want Sunny Day. Good idea. But what move do we get rid of, though? Honestly, I have an idea. How about we do not teach Return at all? Like, at least for this point. Let's keep Headbutt going into the league. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll delay teaching Return and then teach Sunny Day. Because if... Let's get rid of these extra levels just to test things. So I found the Hitmonchan. I outspeed. I hit it with a Flamethrower. It goes underground. Then I use Sunny Day. One shot, one shot. 42% chance to one shot. But wait, will the sun last? So let's see. The sun lasts for 5 turns, right? So I'll use it when it's underground. So that's 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, 4 turn. And it's always up for the 5th turn. So the sun should be able to stay up long enough, I think. Yeah, I think it absolutely will. I set up Sun on Hitmonchan. Why, though? Like, I don't know if I can get away with that, because I don't really have a good way of knocking out the Hitmonlee unless I were a higher level. Yeah, I think this Pokemon needs to use it on the Hitmontop. Yeah, let's see. Flamethrower turn 1, then Sunny Day on turn 2. And I believe on the turn it's used, that's turn 1. Then turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Does it last to the Machamp, though? Let's see. I use Sunny Day on the Hitmontop. After, on the turn it comes out of the ground. Does the 5 turns count the 1 turn I use Sunny Day? I'm actually gonna quickly look this up. Because this is very important information. Because if it does, like, I just need to know if it's able to just stay up. Lasts for 5 turns, during which Pokemon cannot be frozen. Yeah, okay. You'll only have 4 turns the moment you set up Sunny Day. Okay, so you're saying it's not enough. So, okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. I guess I will need a higher level then. Because the problem is, like, the Hitmonlee is gonna kill me. Yeah, it's just gonna absolutely destroy me. Which I'm really worried about. Honestly, I'm probably way too low level for this. Let's try 55. 18% chance of one-shotting. Let's go a little higher. Honestly, 58. I think 58 should be the minimum. 71, then 71. Then Sunny Day, the Hitmonchan. And then, yeah, I think that's the correct strat. I'm going with that. Bruno, 58 plus Sun on Can. Alright, not worth worrying about Karen. Take a look at Lance. Hidden Power Ice. One shot. Range. One shot. Two shot. Oh, the Gyarados is gonna go for... Wait a minute. Axew. If Surf is not a one-shot at the maximum damage roll, will Gyarados go for Rain Dance? Because if I remember correctly, that's how you said how the AI works. Like with the Venusaur and Sunny Day. Like, it will always go for the Weather move if it cannot detect a one-shot at maximum power. It will go for Rain Dance? Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah, so... What is this song that is playing? Some track from Omega Ruby. I don't know what that is. It's from the... I downloaded all the soundtracks, so it's something that got included in there. Yeah, Crunch, Ice. Alright, if I equip a Nevermelt... That makes Aerodactyl a guaranteed one-shot at level 59. So for Lance, we need the Ice. Alright, and then for Blue... Let's see, 65. 2-shot, 1-shot, 1-shot. 3-shot the Gyarados. Oh god, that would be so bad. Oh, he will send out Gyarados second, I think. And it would go for Rain Dance right away, but... Actually, I think Blue, we need to just... I know we need the Curse strat for Red. We should probably use the Curse strat for Blue as well. Like, I think for Blue, we should switch to the moveset of Return, Curse, Hidden Power, Ice, and Rest. Because I want to keep Hidden Power Ice for the Rhydon. Yeah, because Hidden Power Ice one-shots. But Return will beat everything else just fine. So I'm curious. I'm going to bring up Curse right here. How many Curses do I need to one-shot everything? 1, 2, 3... 4. Yep, 4 Curses. So at 4 Curses, we'll one-shot these 5 Pokemon, and then Hidden Power Ice the Rhydon at level 65. And no rare candies yet. I've only had to use rare candies for, like, the Bruno section. Like, I honestly think we should save our rare candies for Bruno. Because with the Roar strat, with the Curse strat, Blue and Red are not going to be that bad. So then the plan would be for Red, we replace Hidden Power Ice with Roar. Here, well, I'm not going to bother with this. We're just looking at this column. This is return damage. So we'll have to Roar out the Venusaur, and since Roar always goes last, I will end up getting hit with a Charm, but it's not going to be the biggest deal if I miss. Or if Charm hits me, I'll just have to set up extra curses. So we'll have to Roar out to the Venusaur. And then we'll use a mix of curse and protect. So how many curses do we need to one-shot everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man. Look at this. 6 curses cannot... Well, then again, what's the Snorlax going to do? 44% chance on the Venusaur. Okay, that... I should be a little bit of a higher level, I think. 68. Okay. Oh, the... Okay, yeah, we have to be able to one-shot Blastoise. This could be an argument, honestly, for Protein. I'm going to test something. Alright, so... What if I used 3 calciums and 3 proteins? Let me just make sure this doesn't affect damage ranges at Claire. Nope. It won't affect the hiker, I don't think. No, it won't. Lance. Oh. The going from 5 calcium to 3 makes Aerodactyl a 96% chance, but honestly, I'm fine with that. That doesn't really affect anything. Alright, so will the 3 proteins make a difference? Not really. Let me try level 70. Dude, I don't... Look at that. See how Surf can still kill? That means Blastoise will never go for Rain Dance. It will always go for Surf in one shot. So, essentially, we would have to get a Quick Claw on something, or we need to save our candies for Red. I think we have to save our candies for Red. So, I think before Bruno, if we need level 58 without candies, we'll have to fight a lot of the trainers throughout Johto, at least a lot of the good ones, including all the Victory Road trainers, because those are some of the best Johto trainers. And then, probably just Blackout train in the league until we can get to 58 for Bruno. Then we can save our candies for Red. So let's see, what level am I willing to do Red at? I'm going to ignore, like, I don't care if one Return can't one-shot the Snorlax, because Body Slam's going to do hardly any damage. Alright, so let's see. Let's try 73. 83% chance. That is not good enough. In the max damage roll here, it's going to use Surf. Hey, ask you a question. You know, I know I keep saying this, but if you're not at full HP, but the maximum powered Surf cannot one-shot if you're at full health, will the Blastoise still go for Rain Dance, or will it go for Surf since you're not at full health? Like, how does that work? Because I'm thinking, like, what if I'm at half health on the Blastoise? If I can get Surf to not be able to one-shot me from full health, will he go for Rain Dance, even though I'm not at full health? Do you know how this works? Because, if so, because that might affect my level decision here. Okay, level 75 is when everything is a one-shot. But, look at that, Surf still has that range of killing me. This is, Could this be a... this could be a fight where I need Sunny Day, but at the same time, I won't have room on the moveset. Honestly, is the strat just gonna have to be use Quick Claw instead of Leftovers? Because I think it is gonna have to be Quick Claw. Yeah, we would essentially have to Quick Claw the Blastoise, because after the Venusaur, Quick Claw and Mud Slap? That doesn't really sound any better, though, Axew, because if I get the Quick Claw, Blastoise is a one-shot, and after the Venusaur, it's a safe bet he will send out the Blastoise. So I think after the setup is done on the Venusaur, then we gotta go for Return, and hope the Quick Claw hits. Or, you see how it's Surf only has a 49% chance to one-shot? Maybe at level 75, if we hold Leftovers instead for this fight, maybe the appropriate strat is try and be at full health when you beat the Venusaur, and just hope you survive. Actually, that really wouldn't be a good idea either, just because something else will just knock us out. Like Mud Slap the Pikachu, and then Quick Claw the Blastoise. Like, never bother with Roar. That would make the fight quicker, actually. You know what? If that's the case, then why do we need Protect? But, let's, test out Mud Slap. Alright, get rid of those curses. So, Mud Slap. We are only going to be able to get off 2 Mud Slaps. Oh, interesting. Setting up Mud Slaps here doesn't affect ranges. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to set up 2 Mud Slaps, set up 6 curses, and basically, yeah, with the 6 curses... Yeah, with the 6 curses, if we Quick Claw the Blastoise, we immediately win, because everything else is a one-shot. Red's team does not have priority moves. Okay, yeah, that's honestly the best bet. But wait. Yeah, 75 is still going to have to be the minimum, because, like, if we entered the fight at, let's say... Like, if we entered Red at 73, if we get the Quick Claw, that's only an 83% chance. Is that something I'm willing to go for? Like, get the 23% plus the 83%? I don't think that's worth it. I think it's a better idea to just get the 2 extra levels. But I'm sure Zealospawn will be like, but it's an 83% chance, man. Just go for this thing. Go for the 83% and a 23%. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I'll just get extra rare candies. Alright. I think we know what the route's going to be. Go ahead and set the ROM up. Let's see if I can actually record a route with this, because this supposedly should work with the new map, the non-deprecated mappers. Alright, it's recording. Good. I'll just minimize that so I don't have to look at it. We know there's 4 fights Houndour has to Aerodactyl. Yeah, Whitney, Chuck, Bruno, and Red. Because the thing with Bruno, we have to set up a... Wait, the plan was 58. Yeah, 58 for Bruno. That gives each of the Hitmons a 70% chance to one-shot. Oh, I only have 3 calcium this time instead of 5. That might affect the ranges slightly, but if I equip the charcoal, I'll just have to make sure to equip a charcoal. I'll write that down. Plus char. That ought to help. Alright, and then red, 75. And our moveset will be Return, Curse, Rest, and Mud Slap. And Quick Claw. Alright, let's set up the ROM. Alright, replace Chikorita with Houndour. Is Houndour Fire Dark or Dark Fire? Dark Fire. Okay. Alright, now to set my hidden power type to hidden power eye. Alright, so let's look at the leaderboard. Try and think of an over-under. We'll have to go down near the bottom for the first stages. Let's see. This is going to be better than Tentacruel. Actually, would it be better than Tentacruel? Part of me thinks it would be because Tentacruel had an extremely bad, like, up until Kimono Girls. It was horrible. So it's definitely better than Tentacruel. Is it better than Umbreon? Honestly, absolutely yes. Umbreon was pure garbage. This Charizard run is definitely kind of dated. Like a 124, not really the best performance. But yeah, it's definitely worse than Charizard. Better than Umbreon, I think. So I think I'll put the over-under at 128. We'll see how that goes. I think you're overestimating. Well, I guess vote over. Check it out, 92 resets. That's just because of me typing. Alright, we're going to play on Sunday for return. No need for any other extra items. I will need to remember, after Bugsy, get the charcoal. Honestly, this planning session was just as quick as Spinnerack was. Then again, at least we know what we're going to do now. Alright, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. You know, I'm actually sort of tired today. Like, not really mentally, more like physically, because me and some friends did a bike ride. We each went on a bike ride on a bike trail. And I think including the distance that we biked and then the distance back to our cars, we probably biked around like 10 miles. And I'm definitely tired from that. It's still kind of hard for me to walk. Oh, that's a nice back sprite. Oh, I just realized, there's a fight we never looked at. Faulkner. I asked you, I know Scott in his Raikou video actually made a little table that shows, if you're weak to Mud Slap, depending on what your defense is, there are certain defense values where Faulkner is 50-50 on his Pidgey to use either Mud Slap or Tackle. But honestly, for this run, would it even matter? I'll probably end up one-shotting the Pidgey. But then again, the Pidgeotto would just... Actually, would the Pidgeotto use Mud Slap or Gust? Gust is... it will use Gust. The Pidgeotto almost never uses Mud Slap. Yep, no evolving. Yeah, I think Pidgeotto only uses Mud Slap against rock types. Because even if Mud Slap is super effective, Gust is still more powerful. Yeah, hopefully we'll just one-shot the Pidgey. I'm sure we will. Stab Gust 60, Mud Slap 40, super effective. Yeah, that's why I was saying, I'm pretty sure he'll only use Gust on the Pidgeotto, but the Pidgey would either Tackle or Mud Slap, depending on what my defense stat is. Like, I know Scott had a table for it. Like, if your Pokemon is weak to ground and it has this defense stat, it will use Tackle. If it has this one, it'll use Mud Slap. If it has this one, it's 50-50. Because super effective Mud Slap's 40, but then a Stab Tackle is like, what, 51? But apparently, the Pidgey is a bit unique. I think it's just because at level 7, Mud Slap and Tackle would effectively do the same damage at some defenses. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I'm pretty sure we'll one-shot the Pidgey when we get there. Oh, and also, oh, thanks for stopping by, Mario. You know, it's funny, we got Roar, but one, we're not going to use Roar at Red anymore for this thing. And even if we were, you can just get the TM for Roar. It's a little out of the way, but I do hope at some point I have to pick it up. It's on Route 32 south of Violet City, but you have to talk to a guy to get it, and he's locked off with Cut. So you would essentially have to backtrack in order to get it. Alright, I'm going to heal here before I do the Sprout Tower. I'm going to clear out the entire thing. Let me Bulba the Learn set real quick. I mean, you can always rewind the... Well, I was just going to say you could rewind to the starting soon screen, but for the random streams, I don't have the movesets up because I don't know what I'm running until it actually starts. Yeah, I just realized we never ended up looking at any of Scott's videos for once. I honestly think it's just because Houndour is kind of straightforward. Oop. I mean, they're not the best XP yields, but since we one-shot everything, it will actually be good. Plus, here's the thing. We kind of want level 23. Because the Miltank is going to outspeed us until we get 25, and that's essentially not happening. But if we can get level 23, that will give us a 3-shot on the Miltank instead of a 4-shot. And that'll increase our chances of winning tenfold, because she's only ever going to spam rollout. So we essentially have to get lucky with some Quick Claws. Like, for example, we could get a Quick Claw flinch. Or rollout could miss. Like, we essentially have to luck our way past Whitney. You know what? Even though I do have Flash, I will attempt the Whirl Islands candy in the dark. We need level 75 for Red. I think level 75 in the slow level up group means I need to get every rare candy. The Rolling Cow. Yeah, right. How's the run? Pretty good. So far. Oh yeah, we will not be one-shotting that Pidgey. Good thing I have an extra berry. Mud Slap. Okay. Oh god, 2 Mud Slaps. I mean, at least Pidgeotto won't be using Mud Slap on us, but we might die. See, all I had to do was say we'll die, and I don't die. Because, I'm not the kind of guy that cheats things, or that jinxes things. Why Sentret? Cut. It's my Cut user. I switched over to Sentret instead of using something like Bellsprout. Sentret has a better catch rate anyway. I don't think we'll need this, but I like to get it in every run just in case. Oh, do you see that guy to the left? Yeah, that's the guy who gives the Roar TM. Plus, in the daytime, Hoppip give good XP if you find one. Also, I know I need level, like, 23 for Whitney, but these trainers right here are so bad. Like, it's better to just save the training for later. I will fight any Hoppip that come up. You do so jinx things. Shush, don't tell him that. I know Shiny Gyarados would technically be the best HM user, but the problem is, it is very hard to catch. I mean, if you could get the Master Ball for that Gyarados, I would say yes, but we couldn't. Why did I get that Great Ball? I already have a cut user. Actually, this guy is worth some XP. Where's the Master Ball? Professor Elm gives it to you after you get 8 badges. Alright, honestly, I think it will be worth fighting Daniel here, because none of the Rock-type hikers in this cave have a Geodude with Rock Throw. I think the only Geodude that has Rock Throw in this whole area is Hiker Anthony, because his is the only one that's a high enough level. You have a rule where if you catch Legendary that you'll have to run it. No, my rule is if I see one of the roaming Legendaries, I have to throw a Pokeball at it. But I do have a rule where if I catch a shiny, then I will have to do a run with it. And you guys may remember during the Swablu stream, I did actually find a shiny Weedle while trying to catch Pokemon for the leftovers. I have that Pokemon saved, and I will be doing a run with it. This is a funny coincidence, though. I was actually planning on Leaf Green, Butterfree, and Beedrill runs later in the year. I'll replace the Beedrill run with the Weedle. I'll make it an evolutionary line run. Either that, or I'll make it. Either that, or I'll like level it up to Beedrill. I'll use that shiny Weedle instead. Oh, you know, I always had a feeling that was going to happen. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta pause this and fix this. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I was just way too low on HP. -1 reset. Here's what happened. I was trying to press the plus button on my numerical keypad. And instead of pressing plus, I pressed minus. But no, yeah, for that Beedrill run, it will effectively just be a Weedle evolution line. Because it starts out as Weedle. That's not really going to give Beedrill any advantages, though. Because normally, in that game, Beedrill only starts with Fury Attack. It just means I'll get Harden. But that's honestly not going to make Brock any easier. Well, I mean, it technically would. I'm still a little, well, I don't know what to do with it, honestly. No, I'll make it just play with the shiny. Yeah, make it an evolution line. I think just when I put it on the leaderboard, I'll put a little asterisk next to the Beedrill run, saying, like, this was an evolution line. And, it will be the same stats as well. I haven't looked at the IVs, what that Weedle has. I don't know how good its stats are. Didn't you learn anything? No. I'm pretty much known as the guy who does backport Weedle runs at this point. I've done one in Red and Blue, Crystal, and Emerald version. Like, I haven't really learned anything. Hope one of your random runs is a Machamp with no guard. That would have to be Gen 4 onwards, but that would be a fun run, yeah. You played Machamp with no guard? Yeah, just spam Stone Edge and Dynamic Punch. You know, fun fact, the reason that Pokemon transferred out of the Virtual Console into Pokemon Bank will be given their hidden abilities instead of normal abilities is specifically because of Machamp. I don't think it was ever confirmed, but if Pokemon taken out of the Virtual Console were and put into Pokemon Bank had their regular abilities, you could get a no-guard Fissure Machamp, because the Gen 1 had the TM for Fissure. And it would be such a broken Pokemon that I have the feeling that Game Freak knew about that potential situation, so they made them their hidden abilities. And still to this day, you can give Pokemon their hidden abilities, but you can't revert to a regular ability. I mean, not like it would matter anyway, because when you transfer a Pokemon into Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet nowadays, it'll actually just wipe the moveset, because each of the different games like have different level up movesets. They just wipe them. I know a lot of people hate that, but I think the reason they did that was to avoid potentially something game breaking. Like you just transfer in a move that it can only learn from another game. They probably just wanted to get rid of those entirely. And I'm honestly kind of fine with that. Like, moves learned from another generation. Like, Gen 4 has a lot of those. Like, you could have a Pokemon in Gen 4 or Gen 5 or even Gen 6 and Gen 7. You can have Pokemon with, what am I doing? What? Okay. Okay. Hey, Annie. It just wipes the move? Oh, really? Dude, seriously? Yeah, this is good. Actually, wait. Use Smog. The Gen 9 ability patch lets you revert to regular abilities. Annie, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Because I've been told, like, once a Pokemon gets its hidden ability, it cannot revert back. I mean, if somebody wants to look it up and confirm, but I'm pretty sure if a Pokemon has its hidden ability, you cannot revert it to its regular one. Yeah, I loved using Speed Boost with my Mega Blaziken in Omega Ruby. I still have that starter. It's one of the oldest Pokemon I have in Pokemon Home. I'm just getting Headbutt just so I have another good attacking move. Oops. That's fine, though. In the department store, you can actually buy more copies of Headbutt. Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's a little annoying, though. Generation 9. The ability patch can now remove a hidden ability. So this was a Gen 9 thing? Okay, so, I guess I never knew they changed that, because I know when Gen 8 Actually, was it Gen 8 or Gen 7 that introduced ability patches? Might have been Gen 8. I know originally you couldn't do that. Okay, honestly, this makes more sense now. Because now hidden abilities can revert back to their regular abilities, I think that's the reason whenever you transfer some out of Pokemon Home into Scarlet and Violet, it wipes the level. It wipes its moveset entirely and just replaces it with the default level up set. It was probably to avoid situations like that. Because theoretically, you could get a Fissure Machamp from Pokemon Bank straight to Pokemon Home. Like, the Machamp will have Fissure on it, but if you try to like carry it over to another game, it'll wipe the moveset. I think it's to avoid stuff like that. That's probably why they did it. It was from Gen 7. But it wasn't always like that though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure when those patches were introduced, Pokemon with hiddens could not revert to regular. Because based on what you guys are saying, that sounds like a Gen 9 thing. It's only from skill swap. Yeah, I mean, that requires a lot of setup. I'm talking about, like, just having it on the get-go. 'Cause, 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 'cause It was the ability capsule. So Gen 7 had the item to change abilities, but not the one for hidden. It probably is a... I mean, I'm sure the strat's allowed, but the question is, like, how useful it is. Alright, get the haircut. +1 haircut. Darn. I got cheated. You know, fun fact, there's a different day of the week where, you can actually get a different haircut person that has better odds of the higher-end haircuts. I don't think that's the better brother, though. Well, yeah, I know the ability capsule can change abilities, but what I was saying was, in Gen 7, like, or whatever generation it was where they introduced the ability patch to, like, let a Pokemon get their hidden ability instead, I know when they were first introduced, you could not change back to the regular ability, but from what I'm hearing, in Gen 9 onwards, they changed that. It'd be very nice if this Pokemon could learn Dig. And I was trying to go the faster way. Technically, based on seeing Scott do this, it technically is faster to go through the grass here and fight Arnie and just cut this tree here. So that way you don't have to go through the national park 2 separate times. I do think it's overall the faster strat if you don't need Dig or the Quick Claw. But one thing I don't like about the strat, for me at least, is the fact I have to try and pass by Irwin. I mean, Scott has spinners modded out, so... I mean, he can get away with that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fight this girl really quick. I want to try and get level 23. Will this girl get me 23? No, she will not, but I might get 23 for the Miltank. Oh yeah, I absolutely will. Okay. Wait a minute, I do want the Quick Claw. What am I doing? Well, that was embarrassing. Okay, yeah, I deserve this. Got Irwin. Yep. Alright, so the plan for Miltank is just spam bite and hope for the best. Seriously? A 5-hit? Yep, that was quick. Morning Sun. Well, at least you didn't damage me. Seriously? I got 2 Quick Claws in a row, but neither one of the moves flinched, and I never got a rollout miss. Oh man, if that disable it hit. Oh, a crit. There we go. See, that's way quicker than having to grind out speed. I'm gonna fight this kid with a Tangela really quick. Is this guy good yields? Eh. The fact he has one Pokemon, not really. If he had two Tangelas, I'd say yes. Crap. Alright, so, I'm not gonna need to do, Lighthouse or Lake of Rage training before Morty, because Morty's gonna be an absolute joke. But here's the thing, though. Since I'm not gonna be fighting Chuck until later... Wait, can you do... Actually, wait. Can you do Rocket Hideout before, like, immediately after Morty? Like, you don't have to fight Chuck first, or Jasmine? I think I could do it right away. So I think, in that case, as soon as I get Surf, I'm going to head towards Lake of Rage and do that stuff first, and teleport back to Ekritique, then set my heal point into Olivine, deliver the Secret Potion, then warp back to Jasmine, and then surf across the ocean again to Cianwood. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Did that thing crit? Seriously, did that thing crit? That thing had to have crit me. Dude, stop making me lose money. Seriously, like, I need to try and save money to get calcium and protein, and I keep blacking out, losing half my money. It did crit. What? I don't know if the crit mattered or not. Like, was I too low of HP? How much money do I even have? $8,000. That's from the 2 blackouts. Like, blacking out in these older games gave you, like, no mercy. Like, you just straight up lose half your money. Like, if you had $100,000 and you black out, you lose $50,000. It was awful. Well, the whole plan was just to black out on... Just reset on Whitney until I won. The full Aerodactyl method. Then again, I was close to outspeeding. Maybe the proper strat would have been training for an extra level. But at least I got the luck. What do you mean, why not, male? The Aerodactyl on Cynthia and Platinum. Yeah, you just straight on just reset over and over again till you get lucky. Yeah. Feint attack. Better than Leer. Plus it's extra PP. Granbull being a fairy beats me. It's because it's so sweet looking. Because it's pink? Makes sense to me, I guess. Anyway, so... I'll outspeed everything except the Gengar, but since I'm a Dark type, the Gengar's best move is probably just Shadow Ball. Or Mean Look, I guess. Hey, yeah, Morty was not gonna do anything. Alright, so I'm going to need to start picking up a lot of the high money items. Oh, actually, before I surf over to the Lake of Rage, I set my heal point at Olivine. Or at, Ekritik. I'm going to go catch a Krabby, do the lighthouse, then teleport back, because the Krabby's my surf user. Yeah, I gotta go this way first. Oh, enter. Great ball. Aw. I may want this for... What would the Mintberry even be useful for? Not for the Poliwrath. The Poliwrath's only going to spam Dynamic Punch. Sentret can surf. That is true. I forgot about that. We have to do all this anyway. I mean, we might need the training to beat the Gyarados. Plus, I need to buy the Super Repels and Olivine as well. But since I blacked out and lost a lot of money, I don't even know if I could afford them. I mean, besides, I still need the Krabby for strength. And Whirlpool. Seriously? Oh my god, I hate fishing. Seriously? That thing broke out of the lure ball? In yellow health? I almost never see that. That's nuts. Alright. Do I... Yeah, it costs like 15,000 to buy the super repels I need. Yeah, hustle only boosts your physical attack. Also, the whole thing about hustle increasing your attack but making the moves more likely to miss. I think the moves more likely to miss part only applies to physical moves. I think if you use special moves, hustle doesn't increase the miss chance, although I might be wrong. Bug should be super effective on Fairy. I think so. Because a lot of the evil monsters in like Fairy Tales look like bugs. I fought this guy on purpose, by the way. It is a good thing I burned that thing. Oh god. Oh man. Lucky crit. Alright, gonna go fight Dennis really quick. I'm actually gonna try something. What do you mean Kenya cannot learn strength? I'm gonna go ahead and get the secret potion. And then I'll teleport. Tract is the worst designed move because they let you like baby Pokemon and Garbodor learn it, but didn't let Volcarona learn it by TM till Gen 8. Wait, Volcarona could not learn the Attract TM till Gen 8? Dang, nobody loves Volcarona then at that point. Okay. So now, when I go back to Olivine, I can fight Jasmine, then go do Chuck. I mean, fun fact, in Gen 5, Cryogonal can learn Attract, even though it's a genderless Pokemon. I think that was most likely an oversight, because by Gen 6, they took that off. Fun fact, though, I think it was Gen 6, in Gen 6, Elgium and Behem could actually learn Steel Wing. In a genderless mod, learn Attract? Yeah, like, in Gen 5, Cryogonal, but the only other instance is Mew, which is kind of obvious because Mew gets everything. Alright, I'm going to fight all the trainers around here possible, because I want to try and be at least level 37 for Chuck. Starmie can learn it in Gold, Silver, Crystal. Honestly, I think that was most likely an oversight as well, because Pokemon gender ratios were introduced in Gen 2. Maybe they gave it the movesets and then made the gender ratios later. Maybe at some point they gave those Pokemon Attract, but then somebody decided to make them genderless and just forgot to take the move off. But then by Gen 3, they're like, wait a minute, this thing shouldn't learn it. Do I want to teach Hidden Power right away? Honestly, just like Spinarak, there really is no need to teach Hidden Power Ice this early, especially since we have a Fire move for Jasmine. Yeah, we don't really need it until Claire, so I won't even bother teaching it. I'm gonna get the Detect TM. Fun fact, Detect is just a clone of Protect with less PP, so if I ever want a Protect-style move, I could get Detect here, but the problem is, far fewer Pokemon learn it. Oh, I just realized, without Fly, I'm gonna have to manually walk out of here. Hey, Noctowl. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I use a Max Potion before I fight this thing. How you forget Fly? You don't get Fly until you beat Chuck. And Chuck is probably going to be the worst gym leader in all of Johto, so I'm delaying Chuck as long as possible, so I'm having to deal without Fly for now. I think Annie meant Alcremie, that Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Well, Dominic, Annie's also a troll, so yeah. I meant Alcreme, Hercules' mom. Oh. I've never seen Hercules. I'm assuming that's an old Disney cartoon. Annie scares me sometimes. Yeah, I actually never... I actually, there's a lot of old Disney movies I've never seen. I was more of a Pixar kid than a Disney kid. You may think, well, they're similar. They've worked on completely different things. Like, a lot of the Disney movies I grew up watching, most of them were made by Pixar. Like, Bugs Life, Monsters, Inc., Cars... What's another one? There's definitely some newer ones, too. And by newer ones, I mean, like, 2012. But I can't think of any right now. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about some of those dark theories, and they're kind of disturbing, so please don't mention them. I don't generally find creepypasta fan theories creepy, but some of those I did find creepy a lot. Aren't you like 24? You were a few years late for most of the good 2D Disney things. I'm 22, but I'll be 23 in September. So you were kind of spot on. Unless you were talking to Dominic. Flamethrower, finally. This thing kind of reminds me of Charmander in Gen 1. The thing goes from Ember straight to Flamethrower. Actually, here's the thing. Give me some older, like, Disney films and movies, and I'll tell you if I've seen them. One little quick one, though. Here's an interesting one. I'm sure it's going to make a lot of people upset. I haven't actually watched The Lion King until I was 18 years old. Because I remember in my final year of high school, during, I think it was English class, we were trying to learn about tragedy in plays. Like in, what's that one Shakespeare play? Hamlet, I believe it was called. And to look at another example of a tragedy film, the teacher had us watch Lion King. And I know a lot of people would have seen it, but that was actually my first time watching it. You make me feel old. Hey, here's the other things. I know Steve and Scott are like around like 31 years old. They're both roughly the same age. Okay, yeah, do not use the Pokemon Center. Okay, that was just bad planning. This guy good training. No, he is not. I'm the oldest here in chat. Wait till Boss KO shows up. The live-action Disney remakes are ass. Okay, it wasn't the remade Lion King. It was the original animation. And I will say, though, after that, I actually did watch the sequel of Lion King. I think it was, Mufasa... Not Mufasa. What was it called? I can't remember what the sequel was called, but I did watch that shortly afterwards. Somebody uploaded the entire thing to YouTube, and I just watched it. It did that annoying thing where it, like, zooms in to prevent YouTube copyright system from detecting it, but I was still able to watch it. It was okay. Mulan? I've actually never seen Mulan. I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. I know Steve's seen it as a kid because he told me he watched the live-action remake when it came out, and he said it was pretty good. But I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. I remember I saw Lilo and Stitch stuff all over, like, TV and stuff, like on commercials. But it just never interested me as a child, so I never even watched it. Never even wanted to watch it. Not seeing Lilo and Stitch is a tragedy. Well, I'm telling you, like, I wasn't so much into Disney movies, like, back then. It was more into Pixar. Because Pixar generally worked on the 3D animation type of movies, like Bugs Life, Monsters, Inc., and Cars. And Disney was, like, the more animated stuff. Actually, didn't Pixar... Yeah, Pixar made Toy Story, right? I think Toy Story was Pixar's first ever film with Disney. Yeah, I did like the Toy Story films. Toy Story 1 was okay. I think Toy Story 2 was honestly the better Toy Story. Toy Story 3 was pretty good. even though Toy Story 4 came out way after my time, like when did the film come out? When did Toy Story 4 come out? Might have been like 18 or 19 when it came out. I did decide to watch it. I actually hated it. I thought Toy Story 4 was pure garbage. And then I saw they were making Toy Story 5, and I'm like, oh no. Please, no. I've never seen Aladdin either. Alright, I'm gonna need to do a little bit more training, because, well, I did say the minimum level I want is 37. I'll just deal with it. 2019. Okay, so I was 17 years old then. Wait. Either 16 or 17. It depends on what month it came out. I was either 16 or 17. Ah, get wrecked. Toy Story 3 and 4 suck. No, I like Toy Story 3. Okay, so... Wait. Oh, I forgot to teach Headbutt. Oh, crud. I need to get another copy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Remember when I accidentally taught Headbutt? Yeah, I need Headbutt for... Shit. Okay. This is horrific, but... I have to surf all the way to Goldenrod and teleport back. Because I accidentally used it on the Centret, and I never bought another copy. Yeah, this is a major, major time loss. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take me about a minute and a half to go get Headbutt. See why it sucks, though, not having Fly? Shit. Okay. Department store. Wait, no. Buy Headbutt. I got Return, but I don't want Return. I want Headbutt. Yeah, right here. Gotta go? Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I hated the fact I had to do that. Yeah, massive time loss, but I could make up for it with a first try Chuck. Alright, so at level 38, Flamethrower is a one-shot on the Primeape. And then I have to 3-shot the Poliwrath with Headbutt. I am impressed I survived that. No! I was so close. Flinch. Miss. There we go. Annie, you can't post GIFs in a YouTube chat. You know, it's it's very rare you ever get that dreaded phone call in Cianwood. Dude just tosses a boulder. Yeah, and in the remakes he sits under a water fountain. Or waterfall, I meant. Speedometer. Alright, at level 43, I'll get Crunch, and I'll teach it in the place of Bite. And, honestly, when do I do need to teach Hidden Power of Ice soon, but I'll hold on to Headbutt so I can get some extra PP. Honestly, I should probably teach Crunch over Headbutt, just so I have 3 Dark-type moves. And then I'll just replace them with Hidden Power Ice and, some other move. I'll probably delete Feint Attack for Crunch, because Bite is still good for the flinches. Alright, I'm gonna save the rest of the flamethrowers for, Petrol. Then again, I can just save the flamethrowers for other fights. Annie, just control yourself, though. I know sometimes in the past you have a difficult time doing that. Oh, jeez. That's annoying. Gay dragon. Oh, God. I can catch another one. Well, Annie, I believe the fact you have one and named it that. Because it seems like the kind of thing you'd do. Yeah, remember during the Shining Pearl Nuzlocke, I caught a Quagsire, and you asked if I could nickname it, like, what was it, Gay Niece or something, so I did it. And then it died. Then again, everything in that Nuzlocke died. Man, it's so nice having a lot of PowerPoints. Crunch. There we go. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you probably didn't ask me to. I just did it. I don't think you... Yeah, you said gay aunt or something, so I nicknamed it Gay Niece. But if I were to do that nowadays, I probably would have named the Quagsire Quag Hey. Because I have an emote in my Discord named that. I think once I get enough members so I can add more emotes, I'm definitely adding Quag Hey. I like how I'm just poisoned in the overworld and I just don't care. I mean, I do have a full restore. You know, I would have a lot more money if I didn't have that blackout earlier. Max Ether Flamethrower. Okay, now to sell some stuff. Max Potion. EP up. I do not want proteins. I don't want that. Okay, Dynamic Punch. Hidden Icy Wind, Iron. Do not sell that. No, no, not that either. Sleep Talk. Detect. Attract. Thief. Fury Cutter. Okay, so vitamin of the day. Let's see. 4 calcium. And what else did I want? I wanted proteins, right? Yeah, I have one already. Wait, no. I shouldn't have sold that one. Oh, well. I have a lot of money. I can afford to screw up. I mean, I probably could have bought some, like, irons or something. Or carboses. Wag gay. I did thought you said calcium and iron. No, I said calcium and protein. The reason I needed protein is because at level 75, without the proteins, the Blastoise and the Snorlax are not guaranteed one-shots. I don't care about the Snorlax as much, but the Blastoise is more important that it's a one-shot because I have to fish for a Quick Claw on the Blastoise. So I essentially have to Aerodactyl the fight. Because what I have to do is use 2 Mud Slaps on the Pikachu, and then set up all 6 curses, and just hope and pray that I Quick Claw the Blastoise. Because if I don't, Surf is going to kill me, guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, Irons would... I mean, they would have been better than nothing, but it would have just been a waste. Also, wait. I did not need that. Honestly, I kind of just grabbed the Pink Bow every single run, even though I know for a fact I'm not going to need it every single run. But it's a good habit to get into, just make sure I always grab it. Probably should have fought those cool trainers. They don't have the best Pokemon. Blackout training in the league is going to be far better training anyway. Alright, I do want the Never Melt Ice. Because the Never Melt Ice is actually needed for Lance. I mean, there is an iron in here, but I won't waste my time with it. Alright, I do want to teach Hidden Power Ice right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and teach that in the place of Headbutt. I'll hold on to Bite in case I want flinch coverage. Isn't Red sending out Blastoise second? He is, yes. The original plan was to roar out the Venusaur to set up curses more consistently, because setting up curses on the Pikachu generally isn't a good idea, but Axew and I came up with a better plan. We'll just use 2 Mud Slaps on the Pikachu, try and get the curses set up, and he will send out Blastoise second, which is actually good, because we can fish for the Quick Claw earlier on, and at least there'll be quicker resets than if the Blastoise were sent out like 6th. Then the resets would be very bad. But here's the thing. Once I Quick Claw past the Blastoise, I'm almost guaranteed to win. I think I am effectively guaranteed to win. Espeon would Swift, Venusaur would Solar Beam, Charizard really couldn't do anything, and then the Snorlax couldn't do anything with curses. So honestly, it's probably a guaranteed win, because I can one-shot everything. Plus, I'll have the Quick Claw. I might get lucky elsewhere. Yeah, it is in the slow XP group. Okay, so we did look at the ranges. This thing does not need the Never Melt Ice. Oh, God. You have... Okay. This is one of those fights where I will be using Bite. Because I think I would need a higher level for Crunch to 2-shot, so I'm just going to use 3 Bites. Seriously? There we go. Honestly, maybe I need to look at the root file after this. Like, I'm kind of curious what the range was on that. I think Hidden Power should one-shot this, yeah. It's the same level as Claire's. I always forget to teach this till the last minute. I wish Houndour was just a regular evolution. Mega Houndour. Yeah, honestly, Houndour really could use a second evolution. MVF never showed up. He never showed up to remind me about Dratini. I might have forgotten Dratini. Alright. I will attempt to go through the Whirl Islands in the dark, but if I get lost, I will just I'll use Flash. But I'm going to attempt to learn this. Oh, waterfall. Let's see. Go down. Okay. Down the ledge. Down slightly. Okay, I'm flashing. I can't see where I'm going. Oh, Dude, I went way too far. I was trying to find those stairs. Okay, yeah, I clearly need to work on that. But hey, I at least tried. Alright, so, I am gonna need 58 for Bruno, but I'm not gonna use my candies, because I need level 75 for Red. So, the plan is, I'm gonna fight all the trainers leading up to Victory Road, including the rival. Well, obviously, the rival's mandatory. I'm gonna do all of these trainers, and then I'll deposit my HM users, and then I'll blackout train on Will and Koga. Because Will and Koga are honestly going to be kind of jokes, because I'm immune to Psychic, and half of Koga's team is weak to Fire. Then I'll just die to... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just remembered this. This would have been kind of annoying if I forgot. I forgot to get Sunny Day. It wouldn't have been a big deal, like, if I made it all the way to the League and forgot. Like, if I made it all the way to the League and forgot, there's a guy in there with an Abra, he'll teleport you back. At least I remembered early, I forgot. Not that guy, though. The Quillfish do not give good XP. Man, this Parasect is gonna die a million times. I pretty much always get that third Max Elixir with bad Pokemon, because, it helps in the League. Ah yeah, use that Fury attack. It's already dead. 1,000,001. Gonna use the HP up for Karen. Hopefully I remember to use it this time. Seriously, this Golbat always live hits. This thing is tanky. Oh no, Flame Wheel. Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. If Sunny Day lasted an extra turn or two, then I actually would not need 58 for Bruno. I would just use Sunny Day on I would use Sunny Day on the Hitmontop when it was underground, and the sun would just last enough for me to one-shot everything. But it won't. If I use Sunny Day on the Hitmontop, it will actually wear off before I get to the Hitmonchan. So, I have to be a high enough level to where I can one-shot his first 3 Pokemon. And at level 58, with the calcium used, I will have a 50... I think it's like a 70% chance that I will one-shot the 3 hit... Actually, not the... I need to one-shot the Hitmontop and the Hitmonlee. Especially the Hitmonlee, because if I don't one-shot Hitmonlee, high jump kick will kill me guaranteed. So, essentially, level 58 gives the Hitmonlee a 70% chance to die. And I think at 55, the chance is like 16 or 20%. Like, it's something really bad. So I think blackout grinding on these 2 trainers to get to 58 is the best way to go. Maybe I should teach Sunny Day over Bite already. Because, like, in case I do get to Bruno, I can at least try. But it's not going to work. Plus, if I'm not the high enough level, then Hidden Power Ice is not going to one-shot the Aerodactyl. Because, yeah, for Lance, I essentially need level 59 with the Nevermelt Ice. Huh, use Double Kick. Hold on. Does the Hitmonlee have a chance of using Double Kick instead of High Jump Kick? Kind of like how it's like, kind of like how Blaine's, not Blaine, kind of like how Price's Piloswine, even though the correct move is Blizzard, it does have a chance of using Fury Attack because it's a multi-hit move. I don't think Axew's still here, but I was going to ask him if the Hitmonlee does have a chance of Double Kick. Because if it does, that means I might actually be able to get past Bruno at a lower level. Bruno's room full of lava? It is full of lava, yes. Then again, I don't really think it's a good idea to try and rely on that odd. Because I don't want to go into Lance at too low of a level. Yeah, I should still continue the training. Yeah, it would make sense. Then again, Hitmonlee could just high jump kick and crash, but that's like a 10% chance. Wait, how many blackouts have I had? Is this my second blackout? I think this is my second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is my second. Yeah, I should keep going till I get to 58. But still, even at the level 58, like I said before, it's only a 73% chance. And I can't tell you why he's in a room full of bubbling lava, as a dojo or mount would be much more fitting. It's kind of like a middle ground between a hiker and a black belt, but he's in lava. I don't know why they made his room full of lava. Look at that, I actually survived that. Nice, I got some more XP. He's like if a hiker in a black belt did the Deep Dragon Ball Z fusion dance and they not only combine their power... Oh, seriously, Annie? Probably meditating like Chuck under the waterfall. I don't know, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to meditate. Wonder if Hidden Power Ice one-shots Crobat. It does not. Hopefully this is the last time I need to black out. Honestly, I'm not gonna be picky about being level 58. I'll do Bruno at level 57. It's just I really do need to delete Bite for Sunny Day. I don't really have a favorite Elite Four member in Kanto. Alright, I'm gonna teach Sunny Day right now. Wait. Oh, I never got the charcoal. Then again, at level 57, I still have chances of one-shotting, but it's not that good. But I don't have Bite anymore. Okay, I need to take the blackout. Alright, I gotta do this again. Actually, wait, when I was doing those ranges at 58, did the 73% include the charcoal? I don't believe it did. Which is kind of a good thing, because I forgot to pick it up. I'm pretty sure I did not include the charcoal in my statistics. Okay, yeah, 58. This is the level I want. So I should have a 65 to 70% chance, I think. I just care about the... What's it? It just died underground. That's nice. Hmm. Yeah, no. Seriously. Sucks. I'm gonna open up just the router on the side. Flamethrower has a 25% chance to one-shot this thing. That is horrible. It's honestly kind of a bad thing. I deleted a bite. But then again, I kind of didn't have a choice. Oh. What do I do? You do Yeah, I know actually. I couldn't remember if my routing included me getting the charcoal. I know that. I'm gonna look at do I need to black out again and go get it? I think I do. Because but then again, Hitmonlee has a 25% chance. I just need the 25%. Should I keep going for the 25 or black out for the charcoal? I think I'm gonna have to stick to my gun here. It essentially means... Well, here's the thing. 25% is not the crit chance. It essentially means I need a high roll or a crit. But if I can get the one shot, then I can survive 2 Mach Punches. Alright, I'm just gonna have to stay and just Aerodactyl this fight. Yeah, I don't like having to do this. Then again, a high jump kick miss could also work. Yeah, it was definitely a mistake, but nobody reminded me. Detect. I almost never see it go for that move. There we go, we got the 25. Now I can survive 2 Mach Punches. Alright, Flamethrower that. Hidden Power Ice the Onyx. Flamethrower the Machamp. There we go. Yeah, I did not like having to do that. I should have remembered the charcoal. There's the Max Elixir. Here it is. Yep, Flamethrower, HP up. Yeah, that fight would have gone a lot better if I had remembered the charcoal, but eh. Also, I don't know if the... Seriously. That thing survived a sun-boosted Flamethrower. It wouldn't have if I remembered the charcoal. Here's the thing that's annoying about the charcoal. It's the fact that you have to... As soon as you get cut, you have to backtrack out of the forest back into Azalea and enter the Cut Master's house in order to get it given to you. Alright, never melt ice. Yeah, at level 60, that's a range. The Dragonites are guaranteed, though. Okay, that was the wrong move, but I still knocked it out. So yeah, that was definitely my second major mistake in this run. The first one was forgetting... The first one was accidentally teaching Headbutt to Sentret and forgetting to buy another copy for Chuck. And the second biggest mistake was forgetting the Charcoal. Because if I had remembered the Charcoal, instead of having a 25% chance of one-shotting the Hitmonlee, I would have had roughly a 65% chance. But then again, theoretically, I could have remembered the Charcoal and still got unlucky. Like, it still could have happened. But it definitely would have been more efficient that way. But at least Bruno wasn't too bad. That guy just walked in my way. Alright. So, I do need to save Misty for last. Definitely messed myself up there a little bit. Favorite Pokemon Mew, favorite ability, Protein. Favorite type, Ground. Favorite duo, Flygon and Gyarados. My favorite type is Dragon. My favorite Pokemon is Reshiram. My favorite ability? What is my favorite ability? Probably abilities that give immunities. I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite ability. Yeah, Drought and Drizzle are good abilities for sure. Yeah, I think Axie was a little correct. I very overestimated this Pokemon. I'm about to hit my under. So yeah, that was a really bad over-under. I thought Houndour would have done a little bit better than this, but honestly, this thing's moveset is quite good. And outside of having to luck through a few fights, The one thing holding this back is the slow XP group. That's basically it. It's the slow group. Right. I don't think... Does Sabrina have a move that isn't a psychic move? Oh, no, that thing has quick attack. That thing has nothing. That thing has nothing. So literally just quick attack. Oh no. Everybody freak out. She's coming. I didn't know she was coming here. She's not in this game. War. Honestly, I probably don't need this rare candy. I don't know. Maybe I do. Annie, you know what I meant. Alright, Hidden Power Ice the rock types, the rock ground types, and then Crunch the fossils. War is a misspelled of what? Oh, so you weren't saying like war like fights Cynthia? Oh, okay. Do I have 10 rare candies? You know what? I'm gonna use all the candies now. I mean, I'm pretty sure Misty would not need this high of a level, but I'm pretty sure Misty plus Blue will gain me 1 level, so I may as well do it all now. Oh, adaptability. Oh, also Simple. Simple is starting to become one of my favorite abilities. It doubles your stat gains. It's really freaking awesome. Like, I used it, I loved it during that B-Barrel run. So essentially, 1 charge beam was 2 charge beams. I mean, adaptability is also really good. Oh, almost forgot Curse. Alright, so I need to teach Curse over Crunch. And then, Rest in the place of Sunny Day. Oh. And Return it over Flamethrower. With leftovers. Actually, yeah. Leftovers for now. I'll equip the Quick Claw for red. Seriously? I think I should have equipped the Quick Claw. Technician Ambipom with double hit holding the Silk Scarf. Oh boy, that's gotta hurt. I liked how my defense was so high, Flamethrower would do more damage than Extreme Speed. That thing literally cannot hit me. Look at that. Perfect. That was perfect XP planning right there. Even if it wasn't, I would have just gotten the Mount Silver Candy. I might be able to get... I won't get sub 140. I still have to luck my way through red. Like, here's the thing. All those resets I had at Bruno are going to mean nothing at red. Because at red, I have to get a Quick Claw on the Blastoise. There's no way around it. Alright, now I need to teach Mud Slap in the place of Hidden Power. Alright, let's do this. Moveset's interesting. Yeah, you'll see why. At least... Oh, it's a very good thing we outspeed the Pikachu. Oh, you know what? It's kind of nice we got hit by Charm, because that'll actually let us get away with more Mud Slaps. Seriously. World's most accurate Pikachu. Okay, I need to use Rest. Alright, I'm gonna use Rest. I want to make sure I'm at full health. Because I'm not using leftovers for this fight. Alright, Quick Claw. Come on, first try Quick Claw. Aww. I mean, here's the thing. Like, technically we live, but who's he gonna send out? Espeon. Can we rest? Oh, we can. Okay, you know what? Quick Claw? Quick Claw isn't really necessary then. But then again, Surf is a range to kill you. Quick Claw is still needed to make the fight a lot safer. So we may not have gotten the Quick Claw clutch, but apparently we can survive a Swift from Espeon somehow. 140-30. 13 resets, 7 blackouts, level 75, game time of 6:18. Yeah, I definitely overestimated this. Actually, yeah, you're right. The hardest person in this whole run was Bruno. Then again, even if I did remember the charcoal, it still would have been luck dependent, but it would have been like a 65% chance instead of a 25% chance. So like, even if I remembered the charcoal, I still would have gotten resets to Bruno. I mean, theoretically, it could have been less resets. I don't know, though. It would have improved my odds if I had just remembered it. But still. It would have just been a 65% chance instead of a 25. How many resets did Bruno give me? If someone wants, they can go back and look. Like, starting from the very moment, like, I saved before Bruno at level 58, how many resets did it take for me to win? But in the meantime, I'm going to add this to the leaderboard. Game time of 6:18. Playthrough. Level 75. 13 resets. It was actually one less reset than Spinarak, which is interesting. Then again, Spinarak had like 27 blackouts. But then again, a lot of those blackouts were necessary. Alright, so if we take a look at the leaderboard, we were 4 minutes faster than Tentacruel. That honestly kind of shows you how bad Tentacruel is. Then again, though, that first playthrough, it definitely had some player error near the end, but the early game is still very bad. Like, I feel like... Yeah, like I said, like, if I had to take a guess, I think Bruno gave me, like, 5 or 6 resets until I got the 25% chance. Like, if I had the charcoal, I still theoretically could have gotten those resets, but I did make up for it with a first try red. You know what? Let's take a look at the root file. Let's save the root file. Cancel recording. I'm going to save this as Houndour Run 1. Save. Yep, successfully saved. Yep, look at this. Right. Yeah, right here. See, Indigo map. This is when I started the blackout. See? Blackout, 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 blackout. So yeah, it took me 5 blackouts to attempt starting at Bruno. Does it tell me how many resets I got? It did not. Okay. So yeah, look at this. See, Hitmonlee? 90 to 106. And this thing has 103 damage. So I essentially needed a high roll or a crit. So it took me 6 resets. I can rewind and check. I just wanted to know, like, how many resets did I have saving at Bruno at level 58? But then again, like, here, I may as well edit the route. If I had remembered the charcoal... if I had remembered the charcoal... Yeah, see, it would have been a 71% chance. So yeah, I, very much forgot. But still, 6 resets for a 25% chance. That wasn't too bad. But, like, the odds would have been a lot better if I had just remembered. Yeah, honestly, I would still consider that a major mistake. The fact I had to rely on a 25% instead of a 71. Yeah, that was a shame. But here's the sad thing, though. Like, I can't use Harsh Sunlight on the Hitmontop because the sun will wear out before I get to the Machamp. It'll wear out too quickly. Alright, I want to look at Lance. Let's see. I equipped that Nevermelt Ice. Yeah, Aerodactyl had the guaranteed one-shot. Still, 71% like trying to land a Focus Miss. True, true. Is there anyone else I wanted to look at? Yeah, what were my ranges like on red? So yeah, the Blastoise had a 86 to 101%. It only had a 16% chance of killing me. And look at the Swift after 6 curses. 9 to 11 HP. So... like I said, there was the chance Surf kills, but then it would go for Swift, doing very little damage. So, let's see. 9 to 11 HP, so that's 4 to 5%. So let's add 4 to 5% to this. So this would make Surf 90 to 105, or 91 to 106. So... like, if I got hit with a Surf that did 95%, I would need a low roll Swift, because I don't have leftovers. But if I got hit with, like, a 90%, then I would survive, unless it crit, obviously. But honestly, this red fight is sort of pretty consistent. And it was all because of those calciums. Like, I want to go back. See, I used 4 calcium. Let's pretend I never used those. What was the Surf range like on red? 33% chance to one-shot. So those definitely helped out a lot. Actually, it would... Look at this. It would not have. Because, look at this. Look, see? 8 to 10, 9 to 11. The enemy pretty much almost always goes for the attack with the higher maximum damage roll. 8 to 10, 9 to 11. Swift was 1 more damage. If they both did the same, then it would randomize. So actually, if I was a tiny bit lower of a level, theoretically they both could have done the same. But no, I don't think it was ever going to go for Mud Slap. I only ever see this thing use Mud Slap with, like, Tyranitar. Yeah, still. Besides, 1, forgetting the charcoal, and 2, accidentally using Headbutt on the Sentret, and I had to go all the way and purchase another one at Chuck, because I realized I forgot to buy a new one. Besides those 2 very bad mistakes, this run did pretty good. But I don't plan to play this again anytime soon. It did better than Murkrow, at least, but that Murkrow run is pretty old, but I think Murkrow had to do the Rest, Curse, Sleep Talk strat for Red. But yeah, anyway. Thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow with another random Crystal Pokemon. And since nobody did the $5 Super Chat for what I should play next, so that means tomorrow will be a random Pokemon. I'll start having that goal from now on for the random streams, if there's going to be another one later in the week. So for tomorrow, there won't be a goal, because that'll be the last random stream of the week. But anyway, I will see you all later.